So, what do you want to know? Let us start with that. What do you want to know? Why? Yes, anything? Why do you go to school? Why do. Huh? Yes? Okay, so why do you go to school? What is the purpose of going to school? Hmm? To learn. Learn about what? Learn about all activities, all subjects. Okay. What is the most difficult subject to learn? Hmm? Most difficult subject in the world to learn. Nothing. Means all are easy. There is one subject which is not so easy to learn. And it is not taught in school. You have to learn it. Which is the most difficult subject? Ah, yes, see, you were saying something. Okay. Okay. Hindi, English, all subject, language, science. Most difficult subject is who is learning the subjects. You understood? Huh? Most difficult subject is the fellow. This is also called subject. You know, no? In grammar, first subject, subject. So we are also subject. Do you understand what I'm saying? To learn oneself is the most difficult thing. Is it easy? Mr. Nothing? Easy? No? How will you learn about yourself? We will talk about that, okay? All the subjects you will learn in school. How will you learn about yourself? Any idea? You want to learn about yourself or no? Why? You don't get marks based on learning. There is no subject like. But we must learn about ourselves. Why? Our improvement. Self improvement. What is the advantage of self improvement? So, the first thing to understand is we may have everything in life, but it is the limit, our own limits, which will determine or decide what we do with it, how much joy we get from it. Okay, I will give an example. You have seen some dogs nicely going in air conditioned car? Seen, no? Ah, sometimes they have nice dresses also, isn't it? And they are given very good food. Is that better or being a human being is better? Even if there is struggle, isn't it? Why? See, that is the difference. A dog may be in the best, even in a palace, but still he is limited by his consciousness. Okay? So, let me take another example. You all are now 13, 14. What did you learn first time you opened a book? Did you learn words, sentences, or letters? Letters, no? So, at 5 years or whenever you opened a book, supposing it was Mahabharata. Who all have read the Mahabharata? Okay, Ramayana. Read means have you heard the story? Okay. So, but as a child, when you opened the Ramayana, supposing you opened the Ramayana, what will you understand? Letters, words, sentence, meaning? What will you understand? Only letters, no? Only you'll see letters. Is Ramayana only letters? No. So when you grow, then what happens? It is not letters, but words and sentences. Right? Is Ramayana only word and sentences? No. As you grow up, you find Ramayana is a story. Whose story it is? Whose story is it? Rama. Rama's story. That's how you understand Rama's story. And Sita's story. Please don't miss, huh? Not only Rama's story. When you say Rama and Sita's name, whose name is taken first? Sita. Okay, don't miss. Huh? It is not only Rama's story. It is Sita Ram. Okay? Siya Ram. Okay? Okay. Sita and Rama's story. Then when you grow still further, what do you understand about Ramayana? Is it only Sita and Rama, some king in history, his story? Or huh? Qualities. Story of somebody with not just ordinary king, but a king with great qualities, right? If you go still further, then Rama's story is connected with which story? Even before that, in the stories of Rama, who is Rama? If you see, avatar of Vishnu. So it becomes, and how did Vishnu come into existence? Story of creation. So you will see in Rama's story, how does Rama's story start in Ramayana? Anybody knows? Rama's story starts with Shiva and Parvati. They are having a dialogue. Interesting, no? Rama's story is starting from Shiva and Parvati having a dialogue. So it goes back to origin. You learn from Ramayana not just the story of a king, but the story of creation. And then what do we learn from Ramayana? Something which is important for us. People will say, okay, creation, good king, good qualities. How does it make a difference to us? What do we learn from Ramayana? Another thing. Somebody said good qualities which we can bring out from ourselves. Can you tell me some good qualities of Rama and Sita, not only Rama, which you want to have in yourself? Name few good qualities. What is Rama known for? Maximum, best quality about Rama. Yes? And? Huh? Truthfulness, humility, but best quality for which Shri Krishna says in the Gita, I am Rama in this aspect. You know, Rama is known for Paurusha. Know what is Paurush? Paurush is the strength and energy, power inside. So Rama's story is about the story of a person who embodies tremendous power. But power is everywhere. So many people have power. What is beautiful about Rama? There is no fear. This power is always used to serve dharma. Okay? And most important, what name comes before Rama? He is known as Maryada Purushottam. What is Maryada? No, Maryada. When you have power and still you can contain within yourself. You are not throwing it. Like some people have money, no? So this show every time, oh, I have money, I have money. That is amaryadit. Maryada means you limit yourself by your own power. One example of Maryada, in Pondicherry you will see. I have given a hint. In Pondicherry you will see. What do you will see? The sea. So sea is called as, sea is tremendous power, no? If 10 minutes a sea brings out a huge wave, you know what will happen? But sea is able to contain all that strength inside itself. So sea is an example of Maryada. It has power, tremendous. It can drown the whole earth. What is more, sea or water upon earth? A sea or land? Water or land? Water. How much? 75%. And maximum is in the sea. If the sea gets angry, what will happen? Whole earth can drown. Okay? But sea gets angry only once in a while. In the entire Ramayana, you learn something very interesting. Rama is very, very strong, but he is also very, very calm. Have you read about the samvad between Rama and Parshuram? Ram and Parshuram. Please read, it's very interesting. Lakshman is getting angry at Parshuram. How dare you say this? How can you do this? But Rama is all the time calm. Except once, when Parshuram challenges him to fight. He says, I'll kill you both. Then Ram says, don't challenge us to war. And even there, he maintains the maryada. What is the message from this? The message is, the strong are always calm. Mother's words. You understood what it means? If you see somebody very angry, quick to anger, quick to flare up, what does it mean? What is that person? If you see somebody getting very angry at every small little thing, one gets angry. If salt is less, one gets angry. Please, please. If salt is less, one gets angry. If somebody says something amiss, one gets angry. Please give Dada a nice place to sit nicely. So, if you are getting angry very often, what does it mean? If somebody is getting angry, normally what do we think? The person is very powerful, no? But actually the person is very weak. You will remember this from Ramayana. First thing we learn is, the strong are always calm. Wherever you see anger, it means a weak person. So when there is a weak person, should you be afraid of him? Never be afraid when somebody gets angry. See, this is a straight lesson, relevance from Ramayana. Never be afraid if somebody is angry. Why? Because he is a very weak person. And it is practical psychology. If somebody is very angry, what is happening? He is very weak. So he is trying to scare you with anger. Okay? If you don't get scared, and you tell one word firmly, that person will go back 10 steps. This is true. But you must not start getting afraid or becoming angry at his anger. If you do that, then he drags you to his level. You become weak. All of you must have experienced anger and fear. What happens when one is angry and afraid? You become stronger or you become weaker? Weaker. So always face life with strength. And that means always stay calm. If you are calm, you will understand things correctly. If you are calm, you will understand things correctly. You will know them truly. You will be able to find the correct solution. So one simple lesson. There are many, many things in Ramayana. Many things. Okay? But one of them is, the strong are always calm. If you want to be strong, you should be calm. Now they apply it everywhere. It is detailed application. If you have an eyesight problem, see how Ramayana will teach us. If you have an eyesight problem, somebody uses glasses, you use glasses. So it is because of heredity, whatever. Now how to correct it? Practice calm and quiet in the eye. This also Mother has said. Quietness helps the eyes. Just imagine. If you have a breathing trouble, asthma, like that, first thing is stay calm. If there is a snake bite, what do we teach? First thing in snake bite? Tell the person to be calm. Why? Because if you are calm, the way the poison is going into the system will slow down. Okay? If somebody has corona, what is the treatment Sri Aurobindo gave? Stay quiet and call the mother's force. If you are quiet, you can call better. Ma, ma, ma. If you are disturbed, ma, ma, where are you? Then mother will say, you at least open your door. So all these lessons, when we try to bring Rama into our life, isn't this better than just doing an outer puja? Which is better? To become like Rama. Isn't he an ideal to be followed? To be calm and strong? This part, Rama is perfect. There may be other problems where there are difficult areas, but in strength and calm, Rama is perfect. That's why Sri Krishna says that in the strong Paurush, I am Rama. Nobody can beat him. Even Krishna once gets, annoyed at Bhishma and picks up the wheel and throws it like Sudarshan. But Rama throughout the Ramayana, that's why he is strong. Okay? So from Ramayana, we discover something very interesting. In the Ramayana, you discover, and the Mahabharata also, 10,000 years that story continues to, help us understand. It is not a religious story only. Religious is we understood it. It's the most profound books on psychology. If you want to understand yourself, we started, how to understand yourself. Read Ramayana and Mahabharata. You will see all the characters inside. When you are calm and strong, very rarely, then you are being like Rama. Maryadit. You can do things, but you are holding it. Okay? Maryadit. You see Rama's renunciation. So we often think, renunciation and understand, renunciation, tyagi. Huh? What do you think by tyaga? Somebody just wearing what color? Girva vastra and going into the mountain, leaving his responsibility. Not capable of facing the world, so running away. Look at Rama's tyag. Whole kingdom. He leaves it in one moment. When he comes back, he rules over the kingdom. His renunciation is not a showing off. And to what extent his renunciation goes? When Rama has to fight the battle with Ravana, he does not call army from Ayodhya. You know why? Because he has renounced the kingdom. 14 years he cannot be. He is no more an Ayodhya Vasi. Just imagine. What a tremendous power. Confidence. You learn confidence from Rama. Fearless from Rama. Rama is like that renunciation. Then you learn something more about Rama. And that is the greatest power on earth. Love. Have you felt Rama as somebody with tremendous love? Always Rama is bow and arrow. Rama's love for his start with parents. For his father's promise, he can sacrifice the kingdom. This is love for father. Rama's love for his brothers. He doesn't feel jealous that Bharat has to become king. He says, okay, I will go. In those days, even to teach this love was so difficult. Rama's love for his wife. You will say how he has left Sita, but see before that. When Sita is abducted by Ravana and he comes to know who is Ravana? Not an ordinary person. He is not just a simple terrorist. Not even Osama bin Laden. Much, much powerful fellow. Okay, modern America, that time Ravana is like that. All golden Lanka. Dream destination. Whoever goes there get free, house free, all golden, everything free, free, free. So what happened as a result of giving free houses? Everybody in Lanka became useless. So a monkey could destroy it. Now this is a side story. Politicians promise free. What happens if you get used to taking free things? you become lazy. So just imagine, Hanuman is burning. No, but no, none of the residents could come out and save their country because they were so used to all golden luxury. That is how Lanka is described, isn't it? So, you see something very interesting there. That in the story of Rama, when his wife is taken away, supposing the most powerful man of the world took away your wife, what will you do? You will say, Bhagya, God has done it. Rama goes to rescue her. Is it not love? Rama, when his wife is taken away, you should read how his vilap, his wife Sita Mata, has crossed the Lakshman Rekha. Whose fault? Sita's fault. Lakshman has told her. And again, it was Sita Mata who tells Rama, go and get me that golden deer. Rama tells, don't. This cannot be real. This kind of deer doesn't exist. But because Mata Sita says, he goes. And then when he comes, Mata Sita has gone away. What will be the reaction of an ordinary human being? What will he tell about his wife? See, I told her, she didn't listen to me. No? She deserved it. Now she has created so much complication. No? That's what ordinary reaction will be. What does Rama do? None of this. He is worried. Where will be my Sita? Where is she? Doesn't matter how she went. Meaning thereby, when somebody is in a distress, don't start blaming the person. That is what we do, no? If somebody falls, what do we say? See, your mistake. Don't do that. First you pull the person out, then talk about mistakes. Then you can have the Agni Pariksha, not before that. Your first task is to save. So Rama doesn't blame Sita. In fact, throughout, Rama never blames Sita. Even Agni Pariksha, Rama doesn't blame Sita. So look at his love. So you will say, but what about after Sita? He has to abandon Sita. Why did he leave Sita? Because Rama not only loved Sita and brothers and father. Rama loved, what is it that you must love most, even if everything else is taken away from you? Most important thing, without which you cannot exist. And it is called in Indian thought as dharma. And for each age, there is a dharma. In Rama's age, this was the Raj Dharma. A king will do what a common person will do. There is no separate rule, no different quota. That time in Rama's kingdom, the rule was that if a woman goes somewhere else, then the husband has to abandon her. Wrong rule, very bad rule. Thankfully, it is gone now. But that time, that was the rule. Before Rama can change the rule, somebody has questioned him. So Rama wants to show the highest ideal, that I am king, but I will follow what is the law of the land. Have you seen single minister who will pay the toll tax? Find very difficult. Who will say, I will come like an ordinary person? Rama accepts that, yes, this is the law of the land, I will follow it. But again you see his love for Mata Sita. He is a king, isn't it? What was the state of kings that time? They could marry more than one wife, isn't it? You see so many kings, they had more than one wife. Now we don't do that, except some religions. But they married more than one wife. It was acceptable. Does Rama marry again? This is his love for Sita. All through that you will see Rama as a man with tremendous love. What about compassion? Compassion, you understand? What is the difference between compassion and love? Compassion is karuna. I think it's the same word in Kannada also, no? Karuna. What is karuna? Karuna is from a height. You feel for those who are suffering in ignorance. All through you will see Rama's Karuna. He is strong. When he has to kill, he kills. But his heart is full of Karuna. And in that Karuna, he does not differentiate. So there is a very nice little sloka about Rama. Often you will read in political science, socialism, somebody brought, communism, somebody taught. Original socialism and democracy together, Rama has taught us. What is that socialism of Rama? There is a nice little doha. You understand what is doha? Doha is like in Ramcharitmanas, like shloka. So the doha goes, Ganika, Ajamil, Vyadh, Geedh, Khal, Tare Jana. You understand? Ganika. A lady who is not of a very good bearing. Ajamil. Ajamil he is a butcher. Ganika Ajamil. Vyadh. One who kills, hunter. Ganika Ajamil. Vyadh Geedh. Geedh story all know. Jatayu. You know when Jatayu falls to the ground, he says, I will give Agni. He is like my own kin. He tells Jatayu that he is like his own relative. Ever imagine that to an animal? What is his love for animals? It doesn't say he's a bird, what does it matter, it died. His friendship, love for a friend. He has joined hands with Sugriv. So he takes on the tyrant or the brute animal Vali. He says, I will fight because now you are my friend. So everybody will see Rama's love, socialism. So the basis of socialism is not political philosophy, but love. Every religion speaks of brotherhood, no? We are all bhai. Why they cannot practice it? Because they don't have love. Can you feel like a brother without love? Now you see, I'll ask you. Am I meeting to most of you first time? Correct? Do you feel I am somebody else coming from outside? Why? This is love. When we meet in the ground of love, nobody has to tell us brotherhood. Nobody has to treat like brothers. When you have love, you will treat everybody as brother. Okay? So that is the basis of socialism and brotherhood. Long back Rama has given. And democracy. Even a washerman's word is counted. Understand how Rama is? Forgiveness and compassion. Till last minute he tells Ravana, change your ways. Change your ways. All that I need is, I am not here to conquer your kingdom. Give back Janki, you be happy with your kingdom. Not because he was weak, because he is strong. Okay? So he keeps on practicing compassion. Now you see, just if we can become even a little like Rama, how beautiful life will be. Isn't it? So that is why Ramayana story is told in every age, so that instead of film actors and cricketers, we have Rama and Krishna as ideals. Understand? This is how in India we have grown. That instead of all these, all the Khan brothers and some curs who are playing cricket, because you don't know how they are as human beings, no? We don't know. They may be good or bad. But here is our ideal Rama. Even today, difficult to surpass. But he tells us, inspires us, just the human. So in Ramayana we learn the highest possibility of human being. Rama is not yet the highest because avatars grow further. But still, of you can become good human being. What does it mean to become good human being? So you have somebody ready. But also we learn in Ramayana what leads to downfall. So compare it with Ravana's story. Who is Ravana? What is his birth? Caste? Anybody? Exactly. So next time when somebody teaches you Ramayana stories about Brahmins again, you tell them, no sir, you don't know. Rama is a Kshatriya, Ravana is a Brahmin. Rama's father is a king, Ravana's father is a Rishi. Pulast Rishi, he is Brahma's grandson. Okay, he is a Brahmin. It doesn't matter if you are Brahmin or Kshatriya. But if your deeds are of a certain kind, you fall. So he becomes an Asura. Sign of Asura is 10 heads. Ego. Ego means only my way. Nobody else's way. Do it my way or highway. Not even highway. Subway. That is the sign of Asura. Asura is not with 2 horns and 10 heads. Asura means you have to follow what I say. If you do not, I throw you out. There are so many stories of Mother and Sri Aurobindo where you will see how compassionate they were. Even somebody trying to attack them through stones, still Sri Aurobindo forgives. I'll tell you one story of Sri Aurobindo. There was a boy, milkman, who comes and gives milk every day. This is long back. Is when Sri Aurobindo is in guest house, 1911, 12, no, 13. Amrit Da had come, but mother had not come. So one day what happened, they observed that money is disappearing from the drawer. Now, those days, 5 rupees was very big amount. Somebody gives and they were not earning, somebody would send. So the 3 boys, Amrit, Suresh Chakrabarti and Bijoy, they said, we will find out who is stealing the money. They saw the milk boy come. He looked all around, took out his topi, pulled the drawer, took 5 rupees, kept in the topi and adjusted and started going. All the 3 boys jumped upon him. You thief! We'll give you to police. They must have shouted. Suddenly they saw Sri Aurobindo come out of his room. And you know what did Sri Aurobindo say? Let the boy go. So Amrita writes, we felt we are the culprits. We felt we are the culprits. He did not take him out of job. Continued to. This is the great people. They are very humble. Great people don't announce, oh, so such a big Maharaja is coming. They are not looking for big sofa sets, malas. Huh? Great people will come. They will come on there and be like everybody. That is how Rama, you see. And whatever is built on dharma, that will stay. Whatever is built by the ego will go away. Do you see how Ravana's entire kingdom vanished? But Rama's, I am not talking of Ayodhya, Panchvati. Heard about it? You must be knowing Panchvati. Panchvati continues to draw people. Have you ever thought about it? Panchvati. It is made up of, it's a holy place. Why? Because Rama stayed there. Lanka is no more the same Lanka. Gold, everything gone. Okay? So don't be carried away by outer things. Dharma will always stay and win. Last thing, many things Ramayana teaches. One of the most important things, that Ramayana, Mahabharata both teach us. Satyameva Jayate. Heard about it? It's not only a serial and picture. Satyameva Jayate Nanritam. What does it mean? Truth always conquers, whatever time. And what is truth? Truth is dharma in everybody's heart. That is truth. Truth is not a mental. Truth always conquers. Nanritam, not falsehood. And then next is Satyena Pantha Vitato Devyana. The gods have made our path of progress through truth. Truth in feeling, truth in words, truth in thought, truth in our aspiration. Okay? So you see, we started from where? Ramayana, a child looks at it, just letters. But as you grow, you discover wonders in Ramayana. And this is a short, so many wonders. I could go on for a whole week just on Ramayana. So much you can discover. So what is the essence of it? We must grow in consciousness and discover ourselves and discover this world. If we don't know ourselves, then we may have learnt everything, all the degrees we may have, all the power and position, but it is nothing. And Ramayana and Mahabharata teach us to discover our own self. Okay? So this is a new subject introduced to everybody. What is that new subject? I am the subject. And to understand yourself, start by a very simple practice. Okay, one practice only. Every time you do something, anything, you may speak something, you may bring a glass of water, you eat, you go to samadhi, do pranam, you go to school. Become conscious why you are going there, why you are doing whatever you are doing. Okay, you may get degree, you may become a doctor to become pickpocketers. You know what I am saying? You will say all kind of corona positive, get lot of money, make a 3. So does he become a big man? No, he is a pickpocketer. He has used his art to cheat and steal. Outwardly you may be anything, but you may be just a peon, but very honest. So it's very important to know the motive. Why you are doing whatever you are doing. You must have gone to Samadhi, all of you. You can go to Samadhi because Sir is saying. You may go to Samadhi mechanically. You may go to Samadhi, okay, so many saints, one more saint. You may go to Samadhi and ask something from God or saintly, whatever way you look at Mother and Sri Aurobindo. Or you may go to Samadhi and give yourself. So many reasons. See the motive why you are going. And divine God sees the motive. You may go to temple, but you may be thinking, oh, see this fellow. God has made him so rich and he has made me so poor and complain before God. Or you may go to the same God and say, whether you make me rich or poor is not important, but give me bhakti, love for you. God doesn't see what you are doing outside. Okay? God sees what is your motive. So, be conscious of your motives. Why you are doing whatever you are doing. So, before you do, before anything, try to look. Sometimes after you have done. It's not always possible that after you have done something, look back and try to understand why you are doing what you are doing. It's a wonderful exercise which will make you grow like anything. Okay? So, is it a difficult exercise? You have to be very honest. First answer your mind will give, oh, I'm doing this because of this. Don't listen to the monkey mind, huh? It will give you first answer which is very favorable. But inside there is something else. Find that. That also may not be the correct answer. Then go a little deeper. Then you will see 50% answer. Go deeper till you find that answer, which is the correct answer. That is why you see in Ramayana, every time Rama does something, you will see there is a logic why he is doing. Sometimes he will just use the word dharma. The real answer is dharma. What that dharma is, some other time. Any questions anybody has? I wanted to ask questions, I have only spoken. Because nobody asks questions. Anything else you want to know? Yes, children. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.